Hi, I'm Dylan from Dylan's Car Reviews. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. I hope you find this video fun and helpful. Today, we're looking at the Renault Austral E. Now, this is set to replace the popular Renault Kadjar, and you can see that they've kept the same size and style with the mid-size crossover SUV. This car starts at just under £35,000, with this top of the range model being just under 40,000. So, having a look at the car, it looks good, but is it really worth your money? Well, let's take a closer look to find out. The Austral E comes in three different trim levels. Starting at the entry level, you have the Techno, and just because it's entry doesn't mean you don't get lots with it. The car is still £34,000, but you do get a lot of tech for that. So you will get the Matrix LED headlights, reversing camera, and the 12-inch touchscreen inside with Google Maps and Assistant built in. So it's still quite a good car with plenty of technology for the money. But if you go a step up to that, to the Techno Esprit Alpine, then you get upgraded 20-inch alloys, and that's when you start to get your black badges on there as well, and other stuff like heated seats, heated steering wheel, and adaptive cruise control, along with a bunch of other driver assistance features. And this top of the range model, which is the iconic Esprit Alpine, that just adds more finishing touches on it, including your panoramic roof, a Harman Kardon sound system, and 360-degree camera. Inside the Renault Austral is a really nice place to be, especially in this range-topping iconic Esprit. You've got the leather fuel steering wheel here, but it's finished down the bottom with Alcantara, which just adds a real premium feel to it. Also here you've got your multifunction steering wheel, which has your drive mode select on it, and just behind that is a fully digital driver display. Beside that, you do have a 12-inch touchscreen display, which has Google Maps built in, as I mentioned earlier, and that's really handy because in-car sat-navs aren't always the best. In the centre here, you've got this centre console with your cup holders in the front, and it also has two USB-C charge points and a 12-volt socket. And this handle here, I thought to begin with might be something to do with the gear selectors or a handbrake, but no, it's literally just a handle. And what it does is slide this centre console forward to then uncover even more storage space in here. And that storage adds to this centre console here. What you do get on top of this is a wireless charging pad for your mobile phone. Looking around the rest of the interior, again, top of the range one, it has a Harman Kardon sound system in here, but what you will find is there's not a lot of plastic materials. Yes, there is some, but most of it is finished with the Alcantara, and you can see the trim is really nicely done with the blue stitching, and that also follows on to the seats, which are half cloth, half Alcantara, with the blue Alpine logo there, and also the little French flags, just to show you the heritage of the car. Jumping into the rear of the car, it's a similar story here, where it's nice and comfortable. Again, the seat belts are finished with the blue stitching, and it feels very spacious because you've got that panoramic roof, letting in lots of light. Legroom, I look like I don't have much here, but that's because this seat is as far back as it can go, and I do still have space. In a driving position, I would have more than that. And headroom, there's, there's lots of that. I think even someone at 6 foot could sit comfortably in here. The good thing with this is these rear seats here, they do actually slide as well. So if I had more space, I could go further forward, but that'll increase the boot space that you get to. The rear end of the Austral still looks great as well. Again, you've got your black badge here. You've got these lights that come all the way in, almost hugging the car. And of course, you can see the blue badges here for the electric side of things. Privacy glass on here as well with the higher trim levels and also the powered tailgate. Now inside, in terms of storage, you do have a bit of a low lip here, but it's not a lot at all. You shouldn't have many issues with it, but it is there. Underfloor storage on the iconic Esprit Alpine, there's not much of it because of the Harman Kardon sound system. You've got a big subwoofer in here, so you would need to sort of place things around it like a game of Tetris. But other than that, with the seats up like that, you can slide them forward as I showed you and get up to 555 litres of storage space. which of course increases if you fold the seats down completely. So you won't struggle for space in the car, even with the subwoofer underneath there, but just watch out for that load lip. With this being the iconic Esprit Alpine, it does have a bit of soul. Now it's not massively powered, but it still does feel quite sporty when you drive. Of course it's got a little bit stiffer suspension and the steering wheel is quite responsive, even if a little bit light. All in, this car has 200 horsepower, which I would say is just the right amount for this car. And that comes from a 2 kilowatt hour electric motor combined with a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. Now Renault has been using them for quite a long time now. They're good engines, and like I say, 200 horsepower is just the right amount here. You've still got the instant torque from the electric motor, and it also helps with the fuel economy. The Renault say that you will get up to 60 miles per gallon with this car. I've not been seeing that myself, although it is still in the high 50s, so I can't complain too much. It is still a very economical car. One of the big differences that you get with the iconic Esprit is the forward control, which is 4-wheel steer. It means that you get a bit better control if you are driving quite fast and round corners. The car just feels a bit more planted on the road. You do get a little bit of road and wind noise inside the cabin, but it's not too much, and I've got the radio and stuff off just so you can hear me a bit better. But on normal driving you would have the radio on, so you probably wouldn't really notice the noise that much. When you toggle between the different drive modes, between like eco mode, comfort, sport, etc., you do instantly feel the power and the difference. So when you press it between comfort mode and sport mode, without even adjusting the throttle, the car starts to go a bit faster already, and it's just unleashing a bit more of the engine power that it has. I don't know if it changes any other dynamics of the car. If it does, you can't really feel it in that sense. It is just more the power and the speed of it. But again, in eco mode it will take a lot of that away. Not too much, it will still be fine to drive around and you will have plenty of power there, but it will reserve it enough to probably give you that higher MPG of around 60, making it more economical. With it being a hybrid and having the eco mode, the running costs will be relatively low. Again, up to 60 miles per gallon is very impressive, so your fuel cost will be low, and because it's a hybrid, your road tax is also quite low. Overall then, I've had a really good experience with the Renault Austral. I think it is a great car and it's built on a great platform, following from the Clio and Megane. It seems like a suitable replacement for the Kadjar, and value for money wise, I do think it is quite good if you go for a mid-range one. So if you went for the Techno Esprit Alpine, you get everything you would want in that, including your heated seats and driver assistance aids as well. This top of the range one at £40,000 seems a little bit steep to me, just to add a panoramic roof and a sound system, which actually takes away from some of the storage space there. But overall, yeah, I think I quite enjoyed this car, and the mid-range one I think is good bang for buck. But you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. And please, if you enjoyed this video, like and also subscribe to my channel so I can keep providing informational reviews in the future. But again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.